on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. I'm bringing you guys week 9 of the NPA. The Minnesota Vikavolts are taking on the Rochester Rhydons and Coach BigPumm, the pummeling Agron, one of my good pals in the NPA. We are sitting at 6-2. He is 5-2. He had a bye week mixed in there, but he's one of the top contenders in the league. Has a very powerful team and a team that is very difficult for us to beat, primarily because of his sticky webs shenanigans. He can set up those sticky webs, and he's got a Kyurem-Black, and that is going to make things very challenging. I highly recommend you check out the team builder, guys. I went really in depth as to kind of the problems that we have in this match and kind of my thought process on dealing with sticky web and how we're going to approach this match with our hazard removing options being pretty limited. And that does bring us to our question today. What is your favorite hazard remover in competitive Pokemon? Is it a defogger? Is it a rapid spinner? And what Pokemon is that? As I potentially have another draft league coming up pretty soon in a few weeks, and I definitely need to keep an eye out on getting a better hazard remover next time around, but that's the trade-off. So we have a very interesting match here against BigPumm. Like I said, it's going to be a very difficult match just on paper because of that sticky web, but I built my team to try to handle that as best I can, and hopefully we'll do well. If you want to pick up a Vikavolts shirt, those are in the description as well. If you want to snag one of those, and hit that like button down below if you're hyped for the Vikavolts. We are basically trying to set ourselves up for another Vikavolt sweep this week like we did last week, and hopefully it'll work out. But I'm going to get connected with Pumm here, and we're going to jump right into the battle. Alright guys, we are connected with BigPumm. We're going to find out exactly what he is about to bring. You can see what I'm predicting him to bring on the screen. I think we're going to see that Kyurem-Black. I think he's going to bring the sticky webs as well. Potentially that Spiritomb to stop me from rapid spinning and stop what he would think would be my Sand Slash. But let's find out what he's going to bring. Bring some different stuff actually. We actually do see the Galvantula. We do not see the Tornadus, but rather we see an Emboar instead, which is quite interesting. I was not really expecting the Emboar. No Florges though, which is kind of interesting. And he's got Fortress instead of Florges. So pretty good stuff to note there. We see a Fortress instead of a Florges. So let me just make some notes. Fortress and Emboar. So that's probably a Choice Banded Emboar, which could be really scary. Emboar is just kind of a monster, especially under sticky webs, but I think I got everything else. I told you guys my dedicated lead for this match was going to be the Ninetales. So we're gonna actually stick with our plan here and lead with Ninetales. Ninetales is designed to take on this this Galvantula, allow me to set up the Nasty Plot, and then hopefully kill a few things in the process there. So let's go exactly with that. We're gonna lead Ninetales. It seems like he has his dedicated lead, which is likely to be that Galvantula. If he leads Fortress, we're gonna be in a little bit of trouble, if I'm being totally honest. But I think he'll probably lead Galvantula, especially now that he sees that we don't have any hazard removing options on our team. But this match is gonna be tough, guys. We have to get around the fact that he's got sticky webs, and that's gonna be really difficult. But he's gonna lead Brumac, which is actually gonna be the Blastoise. I'm a bit surprised to see that. I was not expecting to see Blastoise here on the first turn, if I'm being totally honest. And now I have to be very scared whether he's going to try to fire off a Flash Cannon here, which would one-shot us. Normally I would just be able to freeze dry here, but I cannot risk a potential Flash Cannon here, so I kind of have to go into Slime Shady here right off the bat to take any special hit that this thing's gonna go for. I could stay in on a Scald, the Nasty Plot, but I cannot risk the potential Flash Cannon here from the Blastoise, so we do have to switch out immediately into Slime Shady, which is not what I was thinking was gonna happen to start off this match, but that's okay. So he's gonna Mega Evolve here. I think we're probably gonna see a Flash Cannon. We may see a Scald. He may predict us and go for like an Ice Beam, but I would imagine the Flash Cannon is what we're gonna see, and that is exactly what we see. So Flash Cannon comes out. You're gonna see that's gonna do very pitiful damage to our Slime Shady here. And now we're gonna have to make a decision. Does he stay in with Blastoise, or does he switch out into something else, predicting the potential Thunderbolt here? I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna predict the switch and probably Flamethrower in case he goes Galvantula. He could go Kyurem-Black here as well though, but I don't think he would risk that on a potential Dragon Pulse. I don't think Galvantula comes in though, if I'm being honest. I think a Thunderbolt is probably the best play, because it hits everything relatively well, and if Galvantula comes in, then, you know, he's gonna set sticky webs, and I basically trade against that, because a Flamethrower actually would knock him out. Dragon Pulse doesn't do enough. T-Bolt here against the Blastoise is probably the best play though. I think I have to T-Bolt, just in case he decides to stay in and go for an Ice Beam here. Going for a T-Bolt is gonna be a 2-hit KO. So I'm gonna make the safe play early on here and just go for a T-Bolt. He is gonna switch out, maybe into that Kyurem. He's gonna go into Gertrude, which is gonna be the Spiritomb. So Spiritomb comes in. We're gonna hit that thing with a Thunderbolt and kind of get some intel on what set he is running here with his Spiritomb. That looks to be pretty specially bulky if I had to guess, just based on the fact that I pretty much did nothing to him. And basically what I need to do is I need to go on the offensive here against this thing. So I'm gonna immediately go into Ninetales, I think. He could start to set up like Calm Minds and stuff, and that's pretty scary. I could also go into Adept, which can threaten him out with a Draco Meteor. I just don't want him to Calm Mind on us. Let's actually go into Adept here because I can take really any hit from him, and this could give me an opportunity to set up my Toxic Spikes, which could be really useful for us. And I can also, you know, start to Draco Meteor and put some offensive pressure on as we find out what he's gonna do. And he's gonna show the Icy Wind on his Spiritomb, which really shouldn't do too much to us. We can take that pretty well. We are gonna get a speed drop, but that's okay. Now, does he go Fortress here? To take the potential Draco Meteor? That is going to be the question. I'm going to assume we're going to see that Fortress come in here. So I'm going to make a prediction and go for the HP Fire, predicting the Fortress, guys. Because a Draco Meteor would destroy Spiritomb here, and I really don't think he's going to leave it in. So I'm going to make a quick prediction here and go for the Hidden Power Fire. He's going to stay in Shadow Ball, actually. So I'm a little surprised to see him stay in there. We can definitely take the hit, though. And we see Shadow Ball, and now our Hidden Power Fire is really not going to do anything. But he might just not think that Spiritomb is all that important to him because of the fact that we don't have a Rapid Spinner. So maybe I should just knock this thing out with a Draco Meteor. Or do I want to switch out here and save Adept to bring it in later? The Shadow Ball is definitely a bit annoying. It's pretty early to pull the trigger on Vikavolt. It's pretty early to pull the trigger on Vikavolt. Let me actually check something with Emboar here. If Emboar is max, let's see here. How much time do I have? I have plenty of time here. So Jolly Emboar hits 128, which after the speed boost is 192. Vikavolt is sitting at 90. So max speed Emboar is faster than Vikavolt after an agility. What do I want to do here? Do I want to Draco and try to kill something, which would be this thing? I could try to set up T-Spikes, but he has that Fortress, so he could Rapid Spin on us. I can go into Slime Shady to take a Shadow Ball, which could be okay, and then I can start to threaten this thing out. He might have Sleep Talk though. See, if I kill this thing, he just goes right into his, whatchamacallit, right into that Kyurem. I'm gonna just go for a Draco, I think, and just try to kill something. He's gonna Shadow Ball, so he's just gonna go for the kill here, and that's why I'm just gonna go on the offensive, because I realized that we already made a misprediction there. We are gonna hit the Draco Meteor, and that's gonna at least get rid of the Spiritomb, so kill Spiritomb with Draco. And I mean, it's definitely a bummer because we definitely mispredicted there. I thought he might try to make a Fortress play there, but we got rid of the Spiritomb, which is one of the things that was kind of annoying for things like, you know, Infernape. So now I'm assuming he goes Kyurem here. He might try to set up like a substitute on us or something. So I may just have to let Dragalge go down at this point if he goes Kyurem, because I don't really have the best switch-ins. I mean, I guess, actually, you know what? The fact that we just killed that thing is a very good thing, because now Necrozma can at least Psychic everything on his team. So it's not that bad. It's not that bad. And you know what? Dragalge still has some usefulness. It can come in on Fortress, which is nice, and we can poison something on his team with the T-Spikes. Fortress can't really do much to me, unless he's got EQ on that thing. So, not the worst thing in the world. Not the worst thing in the world if we decide to keep this thing around. I'm really surprised that he hasn't set the webs, though. He didn't lead Galvantula. But that's okay with me at this point, because this gives me an opportunity. And really, Ninetales looks great against this team, aside from that Emboar, which I think is Scarfed Emboar. It's either Banded or Scarfed. Here comes Roadhog. That's going to be the Emboar. So I won't be able to find out if he's banded or not at this point in time, which is a bummer. I think he just kills us here. But if he kills us, what do I do with after that? Probably go into Eclipse and click Psychic. I mean, I can switch into Eclipse here, but if he's banded, we are going to be really hurting. We are going to be really, really hurting. So I think I just let this thing go down. I'm going to go for the T-Spikes. I don't think he subs. I'm just gonna Draco and let him kill me. I don't want to give this thing a switch. He's gonna Flare Blitz, that's fine. So Emboar, Flare Blitz, kills Dragalge. So Dragalge goes down. There was no real easy switch in for me there, to be honest. And we see him take some recoil damage there. So this gives me an opportunity to go into Eclipse here which can Psychic and threaten him out. And then what I can do is make a double into Infernape. Is that what I want to do? I don't want to allow him to hazard stack me. I do not want to allow him to hazard stack me. What do I want to do here? I think I'm going to go Eclipse. Because I threaten him out immediately. I could set up my Stealth Rocks, which is going to be useful. He probably goes into Fortress though, which stinks. I don't really want to allow him to go into Fortress right now for free, but I think that's my best play because Emma-Frost can't beat this thing right now at the amount of health it's at. Slime Shady can probably take one Flare Blitz. Rafiki can come in and I can threaten him with a close combat, which actually isn't a terrible play. But I think Eclipse is the best play, going for a Psychic or a Stealth Rock, one of the two. I think I have to Psychic though, because if he's banded, he's gonna put us in a really tough spot. Let's take a look. Necrozma versus banded Emboar, just in case. I have a feeling he could be banded. Like, that's what I'm really worried the most about. This thing hits like a truck. Yeah, banded Emboar two-shots me. And I don't think rocks are worth getting two shots. So I'm gonna Psychic, even though I think Fortress is coming in here. But I could easily have HP Fire, and he doesn't know that, so that's the thing. He is gonna switch and likely lean into Fortress. Here comes Nox, that's the Fortress. Okay, so we're gonna break this thing sturdy. And now he's likely to try to set hazards, or he's gonna switch out. So, and he shows lefties on the Fortress, okay. So, now I have to make a decision. What do I wanna go into here? Is this my opportunity to go into Vikavolts? Probably not. I think I want to get up Stealth Rocks first though, because I can't break the Sash and the Galvantula. Although, what is Galvantula gonna do to me? Is this the Vikavolt play right now? Go into Vikavolt and click Agility. He probably sets Rocks. I see an opening for it, but I don't know if he's banded Emboar or scarfed Emboar. And if he's scarfed Emboar, he's gonna be faster than me. And I don't think I one-shot him at this range with Vikavolt. To be honest, I think we need more damage on it. I don't think it would kill. Thunderbolt is not gonna kill Emboar at this range yet. So I think what I do is I think I just go to Rafiki here. I mean, setting Stealth Rocks would be really nice, but he's gonna get his own rocks up in exchange for that. Yeah, I'm gonna set up my Stealth Rocks. I know we can Rapid Spin. No, you know what? Let's just go Rafiki. Let's go hard Rafiki here. Let's go hard Rafiki. Because we can threaten him out with the Flare Blitz. Even though Blastoise could come in, it's slightly weakened. He's gonna Earthquake, so he makes the prediction there. I should have went Vikavolt, man. Hindsight's 2020, right? But what are you gonna do? So he's gonna get a big Earthquake off here on us with his Fortress. Now I can Flare Blitz though and put some work in. I mean, I think the close combat is the better play though. I don't think. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's not gonna. I'm gonna go for the close combat. I think the Flare Blitz, he's gonna expect the Flare Blitz. So, yeah, it stinks because if I went into it, we could have been good there. But if he goes Blastoise, we might be able to two-shot it. Here comes Brumac. I think that's the Blastoise. Yeah, so we may be able to two-shot the Blastoise depending on his spread. Let's see how much this does. That's looking like it's close to a two-shot. I think we can do it though. So I think I'm gonna go for it. So we're just gonna click close combat again and try to two-shot this thing and get rid of this Blastoise. It looks like it's gonna kill though based on the damage from before. And it does, so we get rid of Blastoise. That's huge. That's a big deal. That's very nice. So Infernape just powers through right there. With CC. Okay, so Blastoise is gone. He doesn't know what item I am yet, because I'm Scarfed, so he has no idea what item I am. Here comes Roadhog. Now, I'm led to believe this thing is Scarfed by the way he just brought this thing out. Pretty sure he's Scarfed Emboar. I kind of want to just close combat. I know that sounds really dumb, because I'm going to have a really hard time with Kyurem otherwise, but he doesn't have webs up yet, and this could give me an opportunity to get into my Ninetales. And Ninetale, well, hold on. I need him to take a little bit more chip damage. Necrozma is my way of beating Kyurem. I want a close combat here because I'm faster than him, and he probably doesn't think I'm faster than him because I'm scarfed, but we're not gonna kill. We're gonna do like 78%, but he might die after hazards. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for the close combat, I think, because can I still beat Fortress? Yes, I can still beat Fortress. The reason why I'm debating here is I kind of need Infernape for Kyurem, but I have Vikavolt for Kyurem if I can set up an agility. And Vikavolt can actually win this match once Embor's gone. So it's a tough decision. But what would I sack off? I don't think I want to sack off Emma Frost. I don't want to switch into Eclipse here. I think I'm going to just close combat. He's going to stay in. I don't think this kills, but it's going to get him pretty close. It gets him pretty close. Okay, what does he go for? He goes for the Flare Blitz, okay. So we weakened him a good amount there. He's going to kill us here, I'd imagine. And he does kill us. And I think he's scarfed, now that I've seen that. And he takes a lot of recoil. So Embor kills Infernape. Oh, he's Life Orb. Wait, did I not see him have Life Orb earlier in the game? I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot for not noticing that. How did I not notice that? Like, what? Am I that dumb? Was he really that the whole time? I'm like really surprised right there. Embor kills Infernape with Flare Blitz. I'm sorry I missed that. I must have been typing and then not realized it. I can't believe I just like didn't realize that, because this whole time I'm thinking he's scarfed, but that's okay, he's dead now. So moving on. So Kyurem is kind of a problem. Ninetales can handle that. If he goes into Galvantula, I want to go into Ninetales here. I would imagine Hidden Power Fire kills Fortress at this range, even without a boost, because I'm Life Orb. Yeah, it should kill pretty much under any circumstances. We're gonna go to Emma Frost here, which was my plan against that Galvantula in the first place. So we're gonna stick with our plan here. He goes into Armagora, which is probably the Galvantula. Okay, so this is what we were originally planning here, was to get this opportunity to Nasty Plot in front of this thing. This is our plan here. We're gonna click Nasty Plot, because I'm pretty sure he said Sticky Web or Volt Switches. So this was our plan here from the beginning. So this has been such a weird match. It's only been 15 minutes of the match and things have like fallen like crazy. Things are like dropping like flies over here. I'm gonna Nasty Plot. Let's see what he goes for. I'm not sure if he's gonna go for the webs, if he's gonna go for the offensive. HP Steel, Sticky Web. He goes for the webs. Okay, perfect. That's what I was hoping for. So Galvantula. Oh no, he just used Sticky Webs. And you see his sash gets broken right there. And now I can click Moonblast, and we one-shot this thing. Let's Moonblast. If his Kyurem's not scarfed, we actually could just win the game right here. This should kill the Galvantula. Should kill the Galvantula, and it does. Perfect. That was good. Ninetales kills Galvantula with Moonblast. He goes into Fort Knox, which is going to be his fortress, which is not at full health, so he has no sturdy. Does Ninetales kill Kyurem at full? I mean, it doesn't really matter, because my play would be to Moonblast it either way. But it could. We're going to Hidden Power Fire. He might not expect the Hidden Power Fire. We know he's lefty, so he doesn't have the Oka Berry. That's dead. Let's go, baby. Ninetales kills Fortress with HP Fire. And now is his Kyurem... Is Kyurem scarfed? That is the question. Is Kyurem scarfed? We're gonna Moonblast here. It has a good chance to kill if he's not HP invested, so we're gonna Moonblast. It doesn't make sense for him to be scarfed because of the Sticky Web team. We are gonna Moonblast. This is gonna do a lot of damage to this thing. It could kill. And it picks up the kill. Ninetales with the sweep, baby. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. We just pulled that out of nowhere. The fastest match of the season. I had a game plan ready for the sticky webs. I knew that it was going to be very difficult to beat around that, and I knew that if I could stay super aggressive against this team, we can pull out a victory. We were able to get rid of that Embor, which was really scary. I knew that was kind of stopping our Ninetales. I knew that if I just fired off close combat after close combat with Infernape, it could be really, really effective for us. And I'm actually really surprised at just how fast that game went, guys. Usually matches obviously aren't that fast, but our game plan was executed to perfection there. We were able to get our Ninetales back in, set up that Nasty Plot, and ultimately sweep and get 3 kills there at the end with Life Orb, Nasty Plot, Ninetales. Hidden Power Fire was a last-minute decision. We were debating between Aurora Veil and Hidden Power Fire, and I didn't think he would bring Fortress, but he did, and it worked out in our favor that we were ready for that. We needed that win so badly, guys. We really did. That puts us at 7-2, gives us a better situation in the playoff race. We got some really tough matches up ahead for these final couple weeks, but show some love, man. The Vikavolts putting in the work, picking up another win, and we are cruising right now. We are feeling really good, and that match felt awesome to be able to win on the back of Ninetales. We kept the webs off the field, and that was huge for us on a team that really struggles against hazards. So great game to BigPumm though, guys. Like I said, he's one of my friends, one of my good pals. I got to meet him at PAX East. He's been an aDrive Army member for a really long time, so please check out his channel in the description below. Show him some love on his side of the battle. And that's gonna be it for me, guys. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive, and I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Peace.